Good morning, guys. It's Liz, and we're flipping things. And I am coming to you from Montana on a work trip to talk about Amazon FBA and why I finally decided I needed to step away from it altogether. It was a hard decision. Stay tuned, I'll explain. Welcome back. I hope everyone is doing well. I am trying to be quiet because it's like really early in my hotel room in Bozeman, Montana. I am at the Lark Hotel. I'm gonna do a video of my trip to Montana. I'm going to Yellowstone today, but this is my favorite little boutique hotel to stay in Bozeman. It's so just like quirky and bougie. I don't know the word, but I love it. So let's talk about Amazon FBA. When I was furloughed from work, decided to try reselling to bring in extra income to help cover the family while I was furloughed from work and not doing my normal full-time marketing job. I dove in with eBay first and sold off stuff in my house and sort of worked things out that way. And then I started to learn about Amazon FBA. And I just dove in headfirst with Amazon FBA. With retail arbitrage, I did courses, I studied YouTube videos, and I really found it exciting and interesting and profitable. I will preface all of this by saying I do believe Amazon FBA can be a profitable business for basically anyone. There is absolutely money there. I will explain, last week I finally closed my Amazon store down for good and had the few items that I had left shipped back to me in Buffalo, New York. And here is why. When I went back to work full-time, which was 6 or 7 months ago, I realized I was not truly able to balance my time with YouTube and reselling on eBay and reselling on Amazon FBA and my regular full-time job. Plus, at that time, I have 3 kids. Their activities were back full on, like, travel hockey, travel soccer, Michael's music shows, and it just got too busy and I couldn't balance. And I did a video maybe a month after I went back to work where I actually talked about how I was trying to decide if I was gonna quit Amazon FBA, solely because I just didn't have the time to source for it anymore. And I had to make a decision based on what was making me the happiest. I didn't make a decision based on what was making me the most money. I made a decision on what was making me the happiest. And for me, selling on eBay was absolutely making me significantly happier. I enjoyed the process quite a bit more than selling on Amazon FBA. A lot of people suggested, well, just drop down from a professional store, because that's what was happening. I wasn't selling enough each month to cover my $50 monthly fees, meaning that I wound up selling stuff, but then still owing Amazon money at the end of the month. Well, that's nuts. We can't do that. That makes absolutely zero sense. So I did, for a period of time, drop down from a professional store to I can't even remember what it's called, where you just pay a fee per item that you sell. And that was working for me, but I still had some early bad sources in their inventory that had been shipped into Amazon FBA and were sitting. And so recently I started getting notifications from Amazon that there were items I was going to be charged essentially a long-term storage fee because they had been in their warehouses for too long. Now, I had dropped the price on these. I had put discounts out on these items. They were just not moving. And so I, again, returned to the place of, do I want to pay Amazon for holding my stuff in the hopes that something that's not going to sell on Amazon might sell? Or do I just want to basically say to myself, I don't have the time to do this anymore? For me, the issue with Amazon was always, there's so many rules and hoops to jump through. And if it was something that I could put a significant amount of time and effort into on a daily basis, I didn't mind that. I didn't mind figuring out what items were gated and what items weren't gated and how to get ungated in certain things. But I did mind when I sent stuff in and did really well with it, and then suddenly Amazon would come to me months later and say, this item is now gated. Those were frustrating for me. And there was just too much to keep up with when you're trying to balance the rest of your life. For me, because I am back to work full time, This reselling is a side hustle. YouTube is a side hustle. I do YouTube because I love it, because I love creating content. My content has changed. A lot of people came solely because I was doing Amazon FBA content. Now my content is like what I'm reselling on eBay and a lot of like my family stuff and my travel stuff for work, because that's what I'm doing with my life at the moment. With Amazon, I just do not have the time to put into continuously getting myself ungated in products and the continuously sourcing and trying to find deals. I was doing retail arbitrage where I basically went out and tried to find stuff on clearance and then sent it into Amazon to sell it at a significantly higher price. That's a grind. That is a nonstop, constant grind where you have to constantly be searching for clearance deals. And I'm not saying you can't be successful at it, because I think you absolutely can, but you have to be able to devote some time to it. And I was not able to do that. I just wasn't. I also found that I just wasn't enjoying that time as much as I was enjoying other time, as much as I was enjoying going to garage sales and thrift stores to source for eBay. So I finally decided to step away from Amazon FBA, not because I don't think that people can make money at it, because I do, just because for my own personal life, I'm not willing and able to devote the time it requires to make it successful. I think my time can be better spent reselling on eBay, and I am always looking for ways to be more profitable and efficient on eBay, but there's just less rules. I work hard to make reselling on eBay successful and also efficient so that I can work it around the time that I have. I don't mind doing that because I enjoy it. And the same goes for YouTube. I spend quite a bit of time making content for YouTube. I do that because I enjoy it. If I didn't love it, it would be awful and I would have stopped. And what I found with Amazon FBA was I didn't love it. I just didn't love it. Even though it brought me the most YouTube followers or subscribers, it absolutely proved to be profitable. I wasn't enjoying what I was doing. And here's what the last 2 years has taught me. This pandemic has taught me that if something doesn't bring you joy, don't do it. Don't do it. I think that's why we're seeing such issues with employee shortages, because people have finally realized, like, if you don't love what you're doing, don't do it. Go find something that you love, because time is precious. It's not guaranteed. I have lost so many people in the last just month. People close to me, people I didn't expect to lose. Our time here is not promised. So find something that you love and then rock it. And then absolutely rock it. I love creating content. I do that for a living. That is my job. How crazy is that? I found a job that sends me to national parks and lets me do amazing experiences and create content around it. Are you serious? Is that even real? It is. I do it. Tomorrow, I will be in Yellowstone National Park taking a private snowmobile tour through the park. This is a real thing. Guess what else I love? Selling on eBay. I never, ever would have expected that before the pandemic in a million years, but I love it. It brings me joy, so I am going to continue doing it. Amazon was not bringing me joy. Amazon felt like a job. Amazon felt like I was being robbed of my time. I was searching stores and scanning items, like so many items in clearance aisles at Walmart's, and scouring websites, doing online arbitrage. It just became work and not fulfilling for me. So I closed my Amazon FBA store. I still support anyone that is doing it. I think it is an awesome business, especially for stay-at-home people who work from home, people who are at home, parents who are raising kids at home. It's a great job for that. It's not a job. It's not a job. It's a business. It's a great business, and there's profit to be made. It just wasn't right for me. And I have, since I went back to work, been little by little pulling things out of my life that are not adding to my life. And Amazon was not adding to my life. In many months, Amazon was actually subtracting from my life because I wound up owing them money. I spend enough money on Amazon buying things. I don't need to send them more money. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it wasn't right. For me, I walked away from Amazon, but I still think if you guys are doing it successfully and enjoying it, stick with it. There are a lot of people out there making a lot of money on Amazon FBA. It is 100% possible to support a family on Amazon FBA. It just wasn't right for me. It wasn't right for me. And so I imagine some of you, a lot of you may not watch my videos anymore, and I'll miss you. And I understand, because if you come for a certain type of content and then I change the content to like, well, I'm only showing you what I'm selling on eBay, and my random adventures in national parks. I understand if you don't come back. I would love it if you did come back and visit and watch a video every now and then, just because it's nice to have you as part of the family. And maybe my content's interesting to you. Maybe it's not. I know. I appreciate all of you who have stayed along for the journey, and all of you who have been through the ups and downs. And there have been some ups and downs. You know what I mean? There have definitely been some major wins. There have been some epic fails. Thank you to all of you who have been here for all of that. I still plan to share all the epic fails and wins in reselling. I'm going thrifting in a little while. I don't have to pick anyone up from the airport until like 1 o'clock. So I'm gonna get some breakfast, and then I'm gonna hit a couple thrift stores before I need to pick anyone up. So I've never thrifted in Montana. So I'm gonna go check it out. I'm hoping there's some good stuff. And I need to go get a new pair of jeans because I ripped my jeans yesterday. So annoyed. Anyways, let me know in the comments if you think I've just made a huge mistake by stepping away completely, because there was a piece of me that was like, just have your stuff shipped back to you and just keep nothing in their inventory. But then if you come across something awesome, you can send it in. And then there was another piece of me that was just like, no, just close this chapter. Just close the chapter. There's no need to keep the chapter open. I'm not looking to do this full time. I'm looking to bring in extra money that benefits my family. Amazon wasn't it. I closed the chapter. But let me know. And let me know how you guys are doing with it. Like, is it still going great? I am really curious. And I love to hear the success stories. Honestly, that's my favorite part. So thank you for watching. I hope this sort of explained it. I feel like it's really early and I'm on my first cup of coffee, and I may not have actually done a great job of explaining why I stepped away, but ask questions if you'd like in the comments. That would be awesome. I gotta start my day. The sun is coming up, and yeah, you guys are awesome. Thank you for being here and joining me on all these crazy adventures. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.